I'm in the garden. I just got done harvesting a bunch of spinach, and I was like, wow, this is such a pretty bouquet of spinach. And then that got me to thinking, how come our bouquets are not edible? Like, why are we not walking down the aisle like, we could mix it up with some edible flowers, you know, some nasturtiums, some miracles in here, maybe some sprigs of lavender. Like, what do you mean we're just not doing that? Now, sir, why are you in that tiny ass pot? I got all this space over here you could have. You was just in it the other day. Why are you switching it up? And in this little tiny ass pot, huh? You know you're too damn big for that. And was it you? Was it you that knocked over my lemongrass plant today? Oh, you're busy. You're very busy. You have a fly on your back. I hope you catch it. I hope you're comfortable. So it's already rained like 3 times today. And it looks like we're gonna get some more rain. So the garden is getting a nice deep watering. Happy about that. It gives me a little break. And rainwater is always preferred. Now, usually around this time, I am like consolidating and just harvesting, so that way I don't have to garden and be out here all summer. But with everything going on, hantavirus, prices in the grocery store becoming insane, I am gardening throughout the entire season, throughout the summer. I done started a bunch of new seeds. I done ordered a bunch of seedlings, like starter plants. And I have no idea where it's all going to go, but I bet you I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. I say, you know what? With everything going on, fuck it. We ball. I'm growing all of it. And I'll just have to be out here in the heat, making it work. So I'm going to show y'all something. When I open the door, it might get very loud because they are doing construction outside. But as y'all know, I have my garden. It's in the back of the house. But see, in the front of the house, there's way more light. And I also need more space because I have seedlings coming, and I'm probably going to plant more seeds throughout the summer. Sure am. I'm doing everything. And I have 2 extra garden beds. So I'm thinking of putting one right outside of my door out front. Let me show you. It would go right here. As you can see, there's nothing really else out in it. It would be right out here out front. So much light. My only concern is my neighbor has like 6 cats. But other than that, am I doing too much? Am I crazy? I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm very much so going to do that because I'm loving the idea the more and more that I think about it. Because I really don't have the space in the back for everything that's getting delivered and all the seeds that I started that I'll have to plant out. I also don't have enough space to put another garden bed in an area that would get an adequate amount of sun. So I think I'm going to put it out front, put a camera out there because I need one anyway. So this will just give me more incentive to get the camera and get it set up to make sure my neighbors are not taking my shit. I'm not really worried about that, but you still have to consider it and put the right parameters in place. Okay? And I'm low-key already planning out the garden bed in my head because I would definitely put some zucchinis in there, some miracles, some sunflowers, some basil, some sage, some cilantro, some bush beans. And I have a pineapple plant and a pigeon pea plant that are not getting enough sun that would eat on the other side. All right, so boom. Here's the update. Period. Yep, sure did. She set up, put in her rightful spot. All the weeds that were in the garden bed, went ahead and pulled those out. Put some cardboard, some brown leaves, some sticks, twigs, big ass logs and whatnot in there. We have some space in the front for maybe a couple more plants. And the reason for that space is because when it rains, it's gonna fall off of the roof here, and I didn't want it damaging any small seedlings or more delicate plants. So, you know, we gave a little pushback right there, honey. And hi, got the camera set up and facing the garden bed perfectly. I'm getting excited. That was my neighbor in the background that I was saying hello to. Today, I helped her figure out how to assemble and get her milk frother to work. And in return, I've got homemade biscuits, cucumbers, and carrots. Breakfast gonna be lit. Just picked up the new plant babies. They're looking good, y'all. I'm so excited to get these planted out into the garden. This box has even more plants in it. And because the guy had extra stuff on his truck that no one picked up, I got a comfrey and some yarrow plants for free. And someone else didn't come pick up their order, so I got a big ass bag, 25 pounds of black beans, 20% off. Hallelujah! Look at all this beautiful, beautiful spinach that I just harvested from my garden. Love it. Big old bowl full. I haven't bought spinach in months. Really since last year, to be honest. Because I cut it back and it just grows right back. And this is just 2 plants. I only have 2 spinach plants. And it just keeps on giving. I'm going to freeze some. I'm going to juice some. And I'm probably going to give some to my neighbor. This is like low-key officially my garden hoodie because, child, these mosquitoes, they never give a fuck about anything. Anyway, I just want to show y'all how the garden is shifting and expanding, updates, little side projects that I've completed. So I'm going to show y'all an overview first, and then we're going to get into it. So here's the overview. Okay. Cleaned this up quite a bit. Bunch of new plant babies waiting to be planted out. Other little side projects where I completely cut all the milk weeds back. They will grow back and they will be fine, okay? In time for butterflies. So I have 2 of these, one on each side of the garden. These were gifted to me by my sisters and my niece. This one is in a more shaded area of the garden. This one is in a more sunlit part of the garden, more sunny part. And so I have a lot of the same things in each of them so that way I can observe how they grow in more sun versus the shade. So yeah, we've got like some arugula, some calendula, some yarrow, some dill coming through, some Swiss chard coming through. We've got some kale in here. Here's the update on my watermelon plant. Oh my god, it's so cute. We've got a morning glory plant, some comfrey, some basil, and still some empty spots that I'll be getting filled up over time. The little aloe family, say hello. All these new babies waiting to be planted out front. Over here we got more greens, arugula and burdock, some bush beans, some lettuce, some zucchini, some more yarrow. This is a huckleberry plant. Another freaking tomato. And another one. And lemongrass. Oh my god, it's so healthy. I planted some more stuff in this bed the other day. So we've got our spinach, of course, basil. These are pepper plants in the back. That one is a sunflower. Bush bean. This one is a flower of some kind, but I don't know what kind. Zucchini, arugula, basil, burdock, and then more basil, and these waiting to be planted out in the front, which will be happening within the next couple of days. Just waiting for my soil to come in. In this little garden bed here, we've got our spinach Y'all, the spinach was all the way out over here, completely like shading the sunflower, which needs full sun, which is why I cut it all the way back. And that's how I ended up with all that spinach in that bowl that y'all saw in my story the other day. And look, it just starts shooting out more immediately. Love it. Mullein, comfrey, purslane, impatiens, rosemary, lots and lots of oregano. These guys, well, this one also waiting to be planted out front. This is mint, spearmint. So it is staying in its own pot. It's not going in a garden bed because it's way too invasive. This was in a little pot. I just planted it in this garden bed. This is a flower. Don't remember the name. So this bed is pretty empty because it's covered by this big ass tree. It doesn't get much sun. I'm actually going to be moving the pineapple plant and the pigeon pea plant out in the front garden bed so they get way more sun. And I'm going to focus on putting more flowers, more herbs and leafy greens, things that benefit and still do well in the shade in this garden bed. It also needs to be filled up way more. So yeah, this one is very much so pending. Then we got our other little garden tower over here that also has a lot of leafy greens. We got arugula, lettuce, yarrow, burdock root. We've got calendula. We got some cilantro over here. I planted a bunch of milkweed seeds up top. They have not sprouted at all yet, so we're just waiting to see what happens. And then I got a lot more space. Don't know what I'll do. We'll see. Another new addition to the garden that I'm super excited about is the shampoo ginger. I've been wanting one of these for so long, and I finally snagged one. And the reason they call it shampoo ginger is because if you squeeze these, they produce a liquid. I don't know if you can see because they're not very big right now, but yeah, they produce a liquid, and you can actually make like shampoos, conditioners, and moisturizers and soaps with it, and it has this really nice ginger scent to it. So you know we love that. And it's a shade loving plant, so it's cool to just chill on this side of the garden. I've not really been sitting in this area lately because there's just way too many fucking mosquitoes and they all want your girl. So until I get a handle on them, I'm just gonna chill over here. Then I can, you know, eventually come back out here and enjoy my tea and breakfast in the morning. But yeah, that's the update. Later. Full shade, full sun. I planned that perfectly or not? I planned that shit perfectly, baby. So I'm having a pretty shitty day, but I planted out the garden bed a couple days ago. Just a few days ago, and look, today we already have a friend. This little fella is going to grow up to be the black swallowtail butterfly. And that makes me so happy that it's only been a few days and they're already finding a safe space here. Dill is the host plant for this kind of butterfly. So I'm really excited to see you transform. Eat up, buddy. Thanks for making my day.